Okay, so today we're going to make the 7-hour cherry pepper pork that's available at all of our places. Everybody should be making this the same way, and we're going to show you guys how. You're going to need to start 8 ounces of pork that has been braised for 7 hours at a 250 degree oven. I'm sorry, a 200 degree oven, and it is cooked for 7 hours, slowly covered. It has been studded with garlic cloves and seasoned on the outside with oregano, cumin, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Okay, after it comes out and let cool, we shred it, and you store it and ready to use. It can be frozen before you use it. Just gotta thaw it before you put it in there, and it lasts for a long time frozen. Now we're gonna need to take that pork and put it in a hot saute pan. 8 ounces of pork, and you're just gonna break that up and put it over the heat, along with about a tablespoon of minced cherry pepper relish. When over the heat, you're gonna add about 1.5 ounces of chicken stock to get that steam action going, get that heated, and about 2 ounces of demi-glace. Exactly 2 ounces of demi-glace. And break that up with your tongs to get an even distribution of heat. If you have the moisture going that way, it should be pretty quick as far as heating. As long as you break it up, as long as those moisture bubbles are coming through, you should be heating this pretty fast. Once everything is nice and hot, you're going to add pepper jack cheese to this. Should be ready to go. Add pepper jack cheese to it. Everybody's using a different setup for cheese. Some people are using the bought shredded pepper jack cheese. Some people are using cheddar cheese that they're putting cherry pepper relish into it. What we want you to use is 1 cup of loosely packed Cabot pepper jack cheese that you shred it yourself. Well, we got some scallions in there. That you shred it yourself and stored yourself. Cabot block pepper jack cheese from Cisco. Melts really quickly. Use about a cup of it for 1 order. Go for it. That's 8 ounces of pork and 1 cup of loosely packed pepper jack cheese. It's a lot more cheese than you would think. You're gonna let that broil in the salamander until melted and bubbly. In the meantime, you need these 3 things for garnishes: scallion, cherry peppers, about a 1/4 cup, and about 1/8 of a cup of diced tomatoes, Romas, cut into a 1/4-inch dice. The scallions are cut on the bias into rings on the bias, and then you're going to need about 20 or so chips, Lamb's potato chips from Cisco that have been pre-fried. Make sure to check them that they're not stale every day, all the time. They're constantly stale. They're constantly going stale quickly. Okay, now this cheese goes pretty quickly in the salamander, and when you pull it out, it should be fully melted and bubbly, just like that. See how quickly that went? Okay, come back over, and you're going to need an eye plate. You're going to go 3 layers of pork, 1 bottom layer as a base. You're going to spread that one out so that it holds well as a base. Then you're going to build on top of that 2 layers of chips with 2 layers of pork above. So we're going to go with the bigger chips and make a nice even layer here, and kind of level it out the best way you can. If chips fall off, pick them up and put them away. Okay, so now another middle layer of pork. Now you don't want to overdo it at this point with pork. You just want to make sure you got a nice little layer of pork, and then again the smaller chips, another layer of chips going on top. If they fall, just pick them up, and you're pretty much building delicately and gently. Okay, you can fit about 18 to 20 chips total, and then you have this final pork, and you see how the pork is nice and wet. It's going to be able to kind of drip over it and kind of hold it together, rather than just like a stiff piece that's going to tip over. It's just going to kind of drip and like kind of hang down and be able to just hold the whole melty mess together, which is a bunch of deliciousness. And then we're going to take the cherry peppers, and we're going to sprinkle them over the top Want them on the top and cascading, not necessarily off to the sides. I know I see a lot of people doing them off to the sides, off to the corners over here of the plate. No, on it, just dripping down. Same thing with the tomatoes. Just kind of let them fall where they may and tuck them in if they fall too far. And same thing with the scallions. And then to finish it, 1 ounce. Not 2, not 3, not half. 1 ounce of the cherry pepper demi, drizzled on top and around. Okay, and that is it. That is the 7-hour cherry pepper pork, the way everybody's supposed to make it.